All right, Todd, we just got done talking about the product backlog, but there's something about the product backlog that actually is in the product backlog that we need to also discuss. It's actually a commitment to the product backlog called the product goal.
Yeah, I like the way you teed that up, right? Scrum Guide 2020 introduced us to commitments for each one of the artifacts. So for the product backlog, it is the product goal. And let's take a look. Let's dive in. Kind of like to use that word dive because that's what it feels like when we're using our tool here. Product goal, a long-term objective for the Scrum team. The Scrum Guide is fairly vague on what long-term means. It just says it's a longer-term objective for the Scrum team. I kind of like it, Ryan.
Yeah, I do too. What I like here is that we're using some Highlander rules here. And in a sense, what I mean by that is there can be only one active at a time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Only one active at a time. And so if that product goal is what's active, that means that we have defined a purpose. We've given everyone a focus, you could say, one of our Scrum values, but a purpose that all are working towards. I think that's really important. What I like about these new commitments, especially on the product backlog here, Todd, is that the product goal has created this new level of focus. Like we have to be working within this product goal, and this is where our focus lives. And I think it's a really powerful thing that only one can be active at a time, and it gives us that North Star to look towards as we make decisions about our product.
Yeah, really good unpacking there, Ryan. And I think that what we can put is we could put abandon or complete, right? So there is one active at a time. It gives us purpose. We either complete it or abandon it, right? This is empiricism, right? Empiricism in action is working towards a product goal that we either complete or we abandon and start a new one, right? So I think that shows empiricism in action, right? Inspecting progress towards the product goal, adapting, right? Making transparent known about where we are with the product goal. And we either abandon that product goal or we complete it.
Yeah, I think something else that we should highlight just because of the nature of where this conversation's gone, there can be more than one product goal on the product backlog. Mm-hmm. So a product owner is allowed to think about the future, right? And she can put in there, well, this is the current product goal, but this could be the next most reasonable and the next most reasonable. Now that's going to emerge and adapt and change as well as we learn about our product and we learn about the market. But starting to create this idea of where the product could be going and making that well understood to stakeholders earlier than perhaps than what we used to is a very powerful idea that could help, make sure that it's well understood where this product is going.
Yeah, I like it. And, I just have one last thing to add in here, Ryan, and then I think my thoughts are closing out on the product goal for the time being, is that these live on the product backlog, right? I just want to make that very live on the product backlog, right? Yep. I think that we had mentioned that a couple of times, so I think it's pretty much pretty good to put a clear sticky note down here. The product goals are on the product backlog. As you mentioned, there can be more than one, only one's active at a time. They describe our purpose. We abandon them or we complete them, right?
Totally agree. I like it, Todd.
Cool.
All right. We're going to come back in our next video and start talking about the sprint backlog. Yeah. We'll see you there.